Yahawashi wait, come to take the throne. To conquer world powers, bring Jacob home. I'm quarterbacking like Jake Delhomme, like Mount Rushmore. I got a face of stone.
I'm gonna be for real with you. I was just gonna leave it at you an Israelite and keep the law. You know, but you got some more understanding now, right? For real, bro. Look, you would have brought up vegetables and I would be like, all right, whatever. Keep the commandments. Eat all the vegetables you want. Bro. It's time for the Passover. Eat the lamb. Like, hey, bro, but you got edified. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see.
Yeah, we're going to see.
Right? But what was we talking about?
Women. We're talking about women. We're talking about women. That's why you was listening first.
Yeah. You know, I'm kind of tired of talking about women, man. Yeah. Just love your wife. What else y'all want to talk about? They're not going to change, no matter what.
Lack of faith.
Lack of faith? Guess I'm not. Deuteronomy 32 and 29. Hold on. Hey, where is it? Deuteronomy 32 and 20. And he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be. For they are a very froward generation, children in whom is no faith. Children in whom is no faith. All right? A lot of our people don't have faith, bro. Right? Faith, the substance of things. Give me that in Hebrews real quick. 11, right? Give me that real quick. I don't want to misquote.
It's Hebrews 11 and 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
Substance of things hoped for, right? And the evidence of things that are not seen, right? It's something that, faith is literally, the way that the author of Hebrews is explaining it, is something that you can see coming. You haven't seen it, but you just know it's there, right? You know it's going to happen, right? You just, for some reason, you believe with all your heart that this thing is going to happen based on just the evidence that you have here, right? Of things that are going on right now. You believe, you understand that the things that the Most High says are going to happen, you understand that's going to happen too, right?
In 2nd Ezra chapter 1, verse 37, I take to witness the grace of the people to come, whose little ones rejoice in gladness, and though they have not seen me with bodily eyes, yet in spirit they believe the thing that I say.
Right? Then Christ talk about that too. He was like, blessed is he that has not seen me.
This John 20 and 29. Yahawashi said unto him, Thomas, because thou hast seen me, thou hast believed.
Because he has seen him, right? And even back then, they had trouble believing back then.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Peter denied him 3 times after knowing this man for 3 years. Right? Following him around. Right? Getting all of his teachings. When they was like, hey, you know this man? He was like, no. I don't know this nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Even then, the disciples, they lacked a little faith, right? So you got to think now, like, you really got to have faith to be in this truth, bro. Right? But go ahead and keep reading.
Yeah. He says, Yahawashi said unto him, Thomas, because thou hast seen me, thou hast believed. Blessed are they that have not seen and yet have believed.
Right? Blessed are they who have not seen. The things that are talked about that Christ did, blessed are those who have not seen it and they believe. Just by hearing about it, they believe. Right? And they believe because, what? According to the scriptures, they understand that prophecy, my bad. They understand that these prophecies, some of these prophecies have literally come true. Right? Thousands of years they were told about, right? And now they're being fulfilled. Right? They'll understand because these prophecies are being fulfilled that, hey, this man was the Messiah that was prophesied to come. He's that prophet, right, that Moses sent. They don't have to see him, right? Go ahead.
In 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 4, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
All the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness, right? Because, aside what most people might believe, right? When you come into the Christian church, they'll say that faith isn't something that you'll find in the law, right? They'll say that. But according to Christ, faith is in the law, right? It's something that you have to do. You have to have. You have to keep this thing, right? Give me that Matthew 23 and 23. While he was getting on the Pharisees for their hypocritic ways, pretty much, he mentioned to them that faith is in the law, right? We're going to bring it out, though.
It's Matthew 23 and 23. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you pay tithe of mint and anise and cumin, and have omitted the weightier matters of the law.
They omitted the weightier matters of the law, right? Now watch what he says, the weightier matters of the law.
Judgment, mercy, and faith.
Judgment, mercy, and what?
Faith.
Faith is a weightier matter in the law, right? Now, some people will confuse some of what Paul said when he said faith is not of the law, right? In Galatians, right? They'll confuse that, right? But we have to understand something. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 10 real quick, verse 16. In the CSB. Someone bring it up in the CSB, right? Deuteronomy 10 and 16. What he was talking about there, they don't understand that he was talking about, you know what I'm saying, circumcision and just keeping the letter of the law isn't going to save you. Right? That's what he was referring to when he said faith is not of the law. Huh? And the CSB, the Christian Standard Bible. Deuteronomy 10 and 16, I think. It says cleave. It says cleave. Cleave unto the Lord your God. Where's that at? It says you shall cleave to him. No. Type that in the keyword real quick. I'll bring that out. Because a lot of people, when they see you shall cleave unto him, they don't think about faith. They don't think that means faith. Right? But it means to actually cleave unto him. Deuteronomy 11? No.
Deuteronomy 11 and 22. For if you shall diligently keep all these commandments which I command you to do them, to love the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to cleave unto him.
Cleave unto him, right? Now give me that in the CSB.
Deuteronomy 11:22. Yeah. For if you carefully observe every one of these commands I'm giving you to follow, to love the Lord your God,
To love the Lord your God, right? Watch that.
walk in all his ways, and remain faithful to him.
And remain faithful to him, right? Faithful to the things that he's also said, right? Give me Deuteronomy 18 real quick. What you got,
This is Hebrews 11 and 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him.
Right? Without faith, it's impossible to please the Most High God, right? And actually, give me Romans 3. Give me Romans 3 and 25.
Go to Deuteronomy chapter 18 from the top. The priests, the Levites, and all the tribe of Levi shall have no part nor inheritance with Israel.
Deuteronomy 18 and 15.
Deuteronomy 18 and verse 15. The Lord thy God will raise up unto thee a prophet from the midst of thee, of thy brethren like unto me. Unto him ye shall hearken.
Right? So you literally had to be faithful to the Most High to believe that Yahawashi would have been this prophet, right, when the time came. Right? But if you didn't have faith, you wouldn't be able to keep that law. Right? This helps us understand that faith is in the law, right? You have to have faith to actually keep the commandments. You have to believe that the Most High is going to bring a prophet forth, right? you have to believe that he was going to raise up a prophet like Moses, right? But when he came, a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, they didn't have faith. They lacked faith. They didn't believe through their works they showed, you know, pretty much that, you know, I don't know about this guy. And it's still happening today. That's why you got your OTs, Old Testament onlys, right?
Look at 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 7. That the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Jesus Christ. It's like, whom having not seen, ye love, in whom though now ye see him not, yet believing ye rejoice with joy unspeakable and full of glory. Verse 9, receiving the end of your faith, even the salvation of your souls.
And that's why that goes with what you say. It's even harder to be in the truth now because it says that Christ who you haven't even seen yet believing, hoping at the end of your faith, the salvation of your soul. We ain't seen Christ. That's the second essence. Yeah, we ain't seen Christ.
Right. So truly, what's said about the just shall live by faith, right? Those who are justified, those who actually have been have faith in Christ, the sacrifice that he made, really believe in it, shall live by faith. Because we don't have anything in this world right now other than the things that it says in these scriptures to convince us that we should do this. You know what I'm saying? We're not, you know, they don't, look, this government isn't doesn't have us under the law of Moses, right? It's not like we'll get stoned if we commit adultery. You know what I'm saying? So what is it that's stopping us from doing this, right? You really gotta have faith, right? And it starts with Yahawashi. It starts with that foundation.
It's Ephesians 2 and 8. For by grace are you saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is the gift of God.
It's not of yourselves, it's the gift of God, right? Because to keep that law, literally, Christ was a gift, right? Like it says in John chapter 1 and 17, right? For the law came by Moses, right? But grace and truth came by Yahawashi, right? And through faith in him, right? Grace is shown to us. That's why we're able to wake up to this truth. But if you lack that faith, keeping the law ain't gonna benefit you. You know what I'm saying? You have to literally believe in Christ. Well, you done for here. You're out here just trying to keep the law of Moses and that's it. Christ is an extension of the law, but if you don't got faith in him, you're not really going to be keeping the law. Right? You're really not at the end of the day.
Sicarii 9 and 12, turn you to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope. So we're prisoners of faith. Right? And he says, even today do I declare that I will render double unto thee.
He'll render double unto thee, right? Meaning he'll give us the reward that we're going to get, right? It's going to be more than pretty much double than what you just thought it was going to be. Right, go ahead.
It's Romans 8 and 24. For we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why doth he yet hope for it? But if we hope for that which we see not, then do we with patience wait for it.
Right? When you really hope for something, right? When you really have faith in something, you're waiting for that thing patiently, diligently. You're really waiting for Christ to come back, right? And that faith is going to prevent you from going off, right? Let me faith, right?
Or saith, this 1 Corinthians 9 and 10, or saith he altogether for our sakes, no doubt, this is written, that he that ploweth should plow in hope, that he that thresheth in hope should be partaker of his hope. So we plow in hope. This is a sign of us plowing in hope. You showing our faith by our works coming out here, you know what I'm saying, displaying who we actually believe. So this is us plowing. So it's time to reap the benefits of it, you know.
Right? We're going to reap the benefits, right? But we have to have faith in who? We have to have faith in Christ. Right? And through that faith, then we'll be built up and actually be perfected in the end. Right? And get those blessings those everlasting blessings that we're hoping to receive that's talked about in the beginning of Deuteronomy 28. right? Because as much as I love reading Deuteronomy 28 and 68, all these curses to our people to help them understand who they are, I really want to see those blessings come to pass. That's talked about in Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1, all the way through 14. Right? Now, give me what Christ said, because I want to bring out something about how he's an extension of the law, right? And how you won't be able to actually keep the law if you don't have faith in Christ. Give me John chapter 15, I think it is, or 14. Where he said, love. He said, love each other as I have loved you. You know what that is? John 15.
This John 15 and 12. This is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you.
That you love one another as I have loved you. Right? Now, if you're just reading this Bible, just reading that quickly past it, you really ain't going to absorb what he's saying there, right? Right? Because, of course, you get a lot of times it talks about in the Bible about loving each other, right? In Leviticus 19 and 18, it says, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself, right? But Christ is bringing out something new here, right? He's saying, I'm telling you to love each other as I have loved you, right? Because to be honest, our people don't know how to love themselves. They really don't. They really don't know how to love themselves, right? So we need a better example when it comes to how we should show love, right? And Yahawashi, that's why he said, love each other as I have loved you, right? He brought it up a notch, right? Because if most of us, you love your neighbor as yourself, you might still be treating them wrong. You might still cause them to go off, right? But that's a different type of love that Christ showed us, right?
John 15 and 13. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his
what?
That a man lay down his life for his friends.
That he laid down his life for his friends, right? That's the love that he's talking about that you have to show to each other. You have to lay down your life. And I'm not just talking about jumping in front of a bullet, right? That's going into much more than that. That's talking about giving up your time, right? Giving up the things that you want to enjoy, right? You know what I'm saying? Giving up leisure time for your friends, right? For their benefit. That's what you got to do, right? And that's how you keep that. That's how you keep brothers in the truth. That's a part of how you keep brothers in the truth, right? You have to show them that type of love.
It's Romans 5 and 7. For scarcely for a righteous man will one die, yet peradventure for a good man, some would even dare to die.
For a good man, some would even dare to die. Like it's still questionable at that point, right? But what did he say?
Keep going. But God commendeth his love toward us.
Right? God has shown how he's loved toward us, right? Like it says in 1 John, right? That God is love, 1 John 4, right? He's shown how he loves us. He's shown how he is love. And how's he done that?
But God commendeth his love toward us,
right?
In that while we were yet sinners, Hamashiach died for us.
While we were yet sinners, Hamashiach died for us, right? So that you still got to show your people that you still got to show your people love, right? Even if they, like how Christ said, love your enemies, right? Of course, he's talking about the enemies of our own nation. We know that, right? But how should we love them? The same way that he loved us, right? But just going into that part of how he's an extension of the law and how he's pretty much put that magnifying glass that pretty much he's perfected certain commandments or brought the fullness of the understanding of how we should keep it, right? It used to be love thy neighbor as thyself, but not only that, now we have to love our neighbor as he loved us. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different thing now, right? This man he died for us, right? That's the mindset you have to have when you approach your brothers and your sisters in this truth, right? even if they are wicked as hell.
Yeah, this is 1 John chapter 4, verse 20. If a man say, I love God, and hateth his brother, he is a liar.
He's a liar.
For he that loveth not his brother, whom he hath seen, how can he love God, whom he hath not seen? And this commandment have we from him, that he who loveth God love his brother also.
Right? And so when you love your brother, you show that you really have faith, right? Because you're doing it, especially when you're doing it according to the love that you have towards God, right? You show that you have faith in God, right? Because like I said before, right, what incentive do we have to actually do that without the words in this Bible, without the Most High God's instruction, right? Niggas are just killing each other every day, not giving a fuck, bro, right? Fulfilling the curses with no problem, right? We don't have any incentive outside of this Bible to actually do that, to really just love your brother like that, right?
It's 1 John 3 and 10. In this the children of God are manifest, and the children of the devil. Whosoever doeth not righteousness is not of God, neither he that loveth not his brother.
Neither he that loveth his brother, right? If you don't love your brother, like I said before, man, this shows that you really don't have faith, right? So you gotta love your brother the way that pretty much Christ entailed, as he did. Right? You gotta be willing to die for your brothers.